Good evening, race fans, and a very warm welcome to you to the Invictus F1 Racing League, sponsored by Grid Rival and Nailcut Hall, and in partnership with gridfinder.com and Driver61. My name is Webbo, and it's time to go racing for round 11 of our current season. And joining me in the comms box is Lightning.
Hello, everyone.
Hey to Lightning. Hope you're doing well. It's Imola. It's the San Marino Grand Prix, and we have 4 races to go this season to crown a new champion. And how are we getting on with those standings?
I'm going to get shouted at a lot because I didn't press spectator mode.
Oh no!
I'm going to be racing, guys. I'm in the Mercedes. I've stolen someone's car.
Super sub. Okay. Oops.
Okay, I'm going to just quickly do the standings.
Thank you.
I can find them. Yeah, I'm definitely getting shouted at. Okay.
Jeffrey tells us that we are expecting to have a nice dry evening as well, so should be fairly straightforward. And hi to Maggot, who already joins us. And tell us, Maggot, who you're here to support, and everyone else can do the same.
Jeff just told me we're expecting rain in 15 minutes.
Okay.
That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, Max is in the lead of the title by 17 points, followed by Jam and the Mercedes with 99 points, who has been very, very consistent so far with every single race he's participated in has been a podium, and only last race he got P3 before it was only top 2. Speed Queen in P3 with 77 points, not too far behind, very, very consistent with lots of podiums. And then Yella in P4 trying to catch up to his teammate. Now I'm going to go on to the Constructors standings. Alpine lead the way with their mega consistent duo of Max and Speed Queen with 193 points. Mercedes have been catching up lately with 159 points. And then Red Bull in P3. So they're not looking too good. Going to be trying to get a 1-2 this race maybe.
They'll do their best, but they'll struggle to get a 1-2 with only Living Wall having made it to the lobby so far. So that's going to be difficult. We've got who have we got with us? We've got Whale is currently the first guy out on track, just heading through the Variante Alta, and as we discussed in the warm-up prior to the broadcast, that means the highest point on the circuit. And heading down towards Ravazza. Lightning, you can take us through a lap on board Whale if you're organised enough.
Because I'm currently driving. I can't.
All right, I'll do it. You can. You really can. Well, out of Ravazza and across the line goes Whale, and heading down then towards the first official turn, which is technically turn 2. That's Traguardo chicane, which was installed to slow down Tamburello as we go through it there. And then looking for the Villeneuve chicane, left and right stay off, the yellow curbs stay off, virtually all the curbs frankly around here, and then a little short squirt into Tosa, which has a slight amount of banking and climbs, so you can build the speed as you go through. Lightning has retired from the session, which is probably good news. Piratella is a fairly high speed 4th gear or 5th gear corner, possibly 5th, and then you're diving down the hill into Aqua Minerale, which will catch drivers out, especially at the end of this qualifying session when we have received some confirmation that it should get wet. Over the Variante Alta again now at racing speed almost for Whale. It wasn't exactly A1 line through there. Quick little kink to the right and then the double left-hander, almost a reverse version of the Lesmos is the Ravazza complex. Past the pit lane, straighten up the car and across the line, and it is, what is it, a 1:17.011, quickly beaten significantly by almost 2 seconds on the same tyres by Living Wall, a 1:15.366.
Oh, my poor old Yellow has joined and he can't get a car. I've stolen his car.
Oh dear. I would have thought he, because you have stolen the car, he'll have to take a Mercedes B team. Simply 90, a 15.9, taking Els and Reshka for the Williams, gets second and third. Reshka tantalisingly close to Living Wall's top time so far. What's Ghost up to? Ghost is just starting his fast lap, so we'll join Ghost and see how the lap progresses in the Aston Martin, this time on soft tyres. And we've got, who have we got? Maggot is cheering Living Wall. Rents is here as usual. Simon Palmer's here for the research, and off the track goes Ghost, just as I look down at the live chat. Yeah, Simon here for research. It paid dividends, but only by the time he got to Thursday night's realistic performance race. He didn't quite have the result in F2 that he was hoping for. Helm is out on the track at the moment, about to head over the Sector 2 time of 49.536 over the Variante Alta. Kind of reminds me, Lightning, of the middle of the track Hungary chicane, that Variante Alta.
Oh yeah, it's a bit similar.
That's super built
so
up.
Fast.
Yeah. It really is. Will this be a purple sector, a purple lap? It is a purple lap, a 14.1.
faster. Oh my goodness.
Crazy pace out there from Helm.
Yetta is in the rival team of Red Bull. Coming out of pits now.
Well, I'm sure he'll blame you, but I don't think he'll mind. Jeffrey Stinson crosses the line in P4, 15.415 on soft tyres. Does look like the softs were the way to go. Max is playing it cool in the pits there, Lightning.
Yeah, sometimes he does this, just chooses to stay in the pits for like 6-7 minutes and only do 2 laps. Interesting.
Some questions about what's Lightning doing here and everything, but it's quite easily done. We have a lot to organise to get ready for the race, including finding track maps at the last couple of minutes before qualifying begins. And unfortunately, if you do, as a commentator, forget to press spectate, you end up in the race. So Lightning will have a bit of a job to exit the car in time for the race. We are expecting a little bit of rain at the end of the session, and if you want to hear the current championship standings and you've only just joined us, obviously rewind the stream and you'll be able to hear those in a quiet moment, perhaps between sessions is a good time. Speed Queen down into the Ravazza then. She's going for the old medium tyre run again, Lightning. We've seen this many times this season.
Medium tyres on this track, they last forever, and if you can go medium to soft, then you'll have a mega advantage at the end of the race. So if you can make it work, then it'll be brilliant.
Perhaps you could do your view of the track from Max's seat. He's about to get underway, just coming out of Ravazza 2 on the left, and then we can get a second track guide, this time from Lightning, on board Max.
Okay. Heading down, slowly but surely. Into Ravazza? Is it Ravazza? No. I've forgotten already. I know this next one's Villeneuve.
We've done the corner names. Just give us your opinion on how it's going instead.
Really tough section through there, and here is Tosa. I got that right. Heading up the hill into Piratella. Got that right. It's a really difficult corner because you don't have a curve on the right hand side, so you have to be really close to the dirt, and there's a chance that you'll lock up. Heading into Mineral Water, really late braking, so difficult because of the trail braking. So
you're going to catch some help from Mineral Water.
And then really go over these curves completely, because it's very rare to get a track limit invalidation, especially in qualifying. So you can gain loads of times by cutting that corner, and then into Ravazza 1, understeery through here and there. As you can see, it goes a bit wide. Thankfully didn't invalidate. Key to the right hand side. What will this be? P2.
Nice.
Quite close to Jam.
Very close, actually, for a first run out there. That's not bad at all for our championship leading Alpine driver Max Yeller. Is he actually under race conditions? No, he's put in his 1:14.8, and I think he's actually on a charge lap at the moment on the soft. Something not sounding quite right on the car there for a fast lap. Craig goes P4, a 14.5, and it's very close, second to fourth. Less than a tenth separating 3 drivers already, and we've got 5 drivers in the 1-minute 14s, although Helm could conceivably get into the 13s tonight, I think. Luke Bailey, though, on a lap, and I think he's just going through Villeneuve at the moment. No? I've got that one wrong. He's approaching Villeneuve. Villeneuve and Triguardo Tamburello do look a little bit similar.
We are fantastic F1 tier commentators.
Oh, well, just, yeah, we know what we're doing.
I know I am. To be fair, I think that's the first mistake you ever made, so yeah, I'm not going to annoy you too much about that.
That's absolutely not true.
What I do.
So let's have your predictions for pole. What's the pole time going to be? That's what we want to know. Who can get that one right, and who's going to get it?
Well, Lightning is currently ahead of Burmeister, so he must be a legend.
That one's that's going to sting for Burmeister. We haven't heard from Abby recently. Burmeister's favourite driver, favourite fan. Luke Bailey then through the Ravazza. Just under 8 minutes to go before the checkered flag. Time to get a good time in for Luke Bailey, and it's a P8 15.221. A little bit of a distance away. Let's join Helm though, as he's going into Tosa, and I didn't quite catch because I'm getting the on-air statistics over the top of the lap data there. Simon Palmer says a 1:13.8 for pole. Although technically he doesn't say 1:13.8, he just says 13.8. So unless someone's doing a very short track, I'm going to assume he means there's an extra minute in there. Helm then is under his time by 0.04 of a second over the Variante Alta. Now that looked fast on the way in, Lightning, but it looked like he was recovering the car on the way out.
Yeah, very easy for the car to slip. Quite a few oversteery traction zones.
Just ask Charles Leclerc.
Yeah, he did kind of bin it, didn't he?
Pretty much. Over the line then, Helm, he improves to a 1:14.122. Still in the 1:14.1s. Yeah, that was super close, but no cigar for Helm this time out, as Jeffrey Stinson starts a new lap in the Aston Martin. We've got Simon Palmer and Ghost agreeing with each other on a 1:13.8. And Rent says Helm is taking esports lines. I'm not sure what the esports lines are around here, Lightning. Have you got a view on that?
The faster ones, I guess.
Oh, thanks.
No problem,
that's the analysis we get from our pundit in the second seat here. Speed Queen's going faster though, 3/10. She needs to find a lot more than 3/10 though. She's gone out on soft tyres this time, but only 3/10 gained so far in the first 2 sectors, so it's going to need to be pretty special on the way through Ravazza.
Oh no. Lightning's in last.
Speed Queen goes to the line then, and it's a 1:15.0. She made a 1.2 second improvement. If she can do that again on her next lap, she'll be on pole. But
it's going to be a bit difficult. But
it is going to be difficult, yeah, indeed. Matty has invalidated his current lap, unfortunately, and we've got Max out there on his next push lap, looking quick through Tamburello.
What am I going to do at the start of the race?
You have to quickly
retire. Track?
Yeah, I've done it as the league commentator broadcaster once before, so don't worry. Nobody got a good view of the start that day. So Max in P2, heading over Piratella. I'd love any Italians in our live chat to tell me what Piratella means. I just think of pirates. Is it the pirate corner?
I don't know.
Like female pirate would be a Piratella, wouldn't she? Over Variante Alta goes Max. He's got a car in front of him. It looks like the white and red rear of another Alpine. It is. Speed Queen not really helping with a tow at all. Should be tempted to go around Ravazza and help him up the hill towards the line, but might have cost him some time through Ravazza. Max crosses the line, 0.2 improvement, and he's got he's got a lot closer to Helm, but Helm still has it. What about Livingwall now then? Livingwall about to cross his second sector timing screen, and it's a 15. Well, that's very slow. So less said about that, the better at the moment. Let's join Ghost, who's going quicker. Simon says Max's setup looks twitchy for quali, but should be good for the race, as Ghost invalidates this one. Go ahead anyway.
I've been told to complete the first lap and retire in the pits. I have never driven on a controller.
Well, at least you're at the back, so at least make sure you don't get a lightning start and launch off the.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't know how to start, mate.
But yeah, don't press anything for about 5 seconds. That would be good, I think. So I'll have to do lap 1 at least on my own while you get into the pit lane. And
that's what
Whale is. Yeah, exactly. Whale is going through Aquaminerale and over. And back out again, climbing back up the hill. Carried a lot of speed through there, Whale. So how can we navigate Variante Alta? That means a lot of curb in turn 1, hardly any turn 2, but gathering the car well. So down towards Ravazza we go.
Well, I don't know what Piratella means, but I do know that whales are related to mooses.
I'm going to take that at face value. Whale P6, 14.726. A nice improvement from him. Let's see if Jeffrey, a.k.a. Stinson, can... no, he can't. Unless what I was going to finish the sentence with was, can continue to invalidate. We've got Matty, though, on a lap now, and he's got a little bit of traffic in front of him. 2 Haas cars going to cause a few issues. Matty getting Villeneuve a little bit wrong, and is slower on this lap. I think with the traffic and that bad first sector, it might be time to hang up the boots on this particular lap. Come in and try again. Helm is going for it again though, Lightning. Nearly 800ths faster in sector. No, forget that. That was his outlap. Something was faster in his outlap. Let's see what the first sector looks like. 2 tenths faster. We're into the 113 mark.
Oh, it's raining. It's raining. Oh wow!
Wow. Let's hang with Helm. I can't see the rain. Yes, I can. Just about see the rain now. It looks almost like blur on the screen to start with. Motion blur on the screen from games of the past. But Helm over the Variante Alta, and then heading down the hill again down to Ravazza. Didn't catch his second sector time. Is he on target for a 113.8 as predicted? This will be it. This will be the fastest the track will be. Over the line, a 14.0, so not the best final sector. He didn't improve. Living Wall is on a hot lap. Max is in the pits, and I don't think Max is going to have a chance here, Lightning.
I can almost guarantee that he would have gotten a 13.8 if it had stayed dry, so hats off. I'm surprised he improved when it was raining. It was pretty impressive.
That's true. I think maybe the end of the lap was a little bit ruined by the rain. Living Wall might have a chance here. Let's see what the car looks like through Aquaminerale. That's a magic line from Living Wall. No problem with grip through there. And he's just a tiny shade slower than he's been before through here. It's definitely within range here, Lightning.
Yeah, and he's beaten his teammate.
His teammate he shouldn't have, yeah.
Like
Living Wall. Well held, sir, but unfortunately that will not improve. I think that might be all she wrote for the session. Burmeister might be able to go faster. He won't right now, but a 1:15.7 is all he's managed so far.
You know what? I'm proud of my performance. Only
you showed
one position behind Burmeister. There you go.
Burmeister's creating new avenues around the track, and I think the retirements are starting to come in now, as you would expect at this point. We've hit 38 comments. I hope we can hit our normal live like count of we're trying to get to, I think, 22 today, if at all possible, guys. It'd be a great time to do that. Subscribe to the channel, share the race on socials, and follow us at Invictus RL and at WebORed5 at Lightning448.
1.
448-1, okay.
No. 441.
Because you're supporting Max Verstappen this year, as well as Lewis.
Bye-bye.
So, Rent says, can Max challenge Helm to the point where he uses just 1% of his ERS? That's a good thought. Awaken says, Rents has jinxed it. That was Rent saying Living Wall had impressive quali pace. So I'm afraid I've really upset Lightning. Have to say something nice to him in the live chat, please. If you can, I'll try and get him back to us. Yeah, hopefully he'll be back shortly. The rain is falling. The retirements are coming in. Nobody fancies a run, and the checkered flag has fallen. I think that will be all she wrote for this session. That is the end of qualifying. Lightning, is he going to come back to read the standings out for us?
Maybe. LFR Jam on pole again in the Mercedes. Yet another dominant performance from him with a 1:14.065. Max in P2 for the Alpine team, championship leader, looking ready to fight. Living Wall P3 in the Red Bull, followed by Krieg in the AlphaTauri and Yeller also in the Red Bull. Jeffrey P6 in the Aston Martin, best performance for them so far, I believe. Wait, no, it's not. I think they got pole. Anyway, Whale P7, Ghost P8, Reshka taking L's, Speed Queen P11 free choice attire, Luke Bailey, Simply 90, DTX Matty, Burmeister, and the god himself, Lightning.
Who was the god of lightning?
Zeus, mate.
Was it Zeus?
Yeah, no, definitely not. It was me. Yes, it was Zeus.
Simon has liked the channel and everything, which is great. Although, can you like the channel? You can subscribe to the channel. Anyway, the sun has come out in Imola. The final two pairs of garage doors are closed. I'm not quite sure why they set the camera there on the pit lane, but that's where they did. One of the audience in the expensive seats has got his hood up. I'm not quite sure why that. Maybe he's just too cool to show his head, or he's having a bad headache.
Oh, I get to look at the race strategy.
Okay.
So 58 kilos of fuel is recommended.
And what is it saying about the
it's
stops?
saying softs 11 laps to hards is the recommended strategy for 21 laps, and also 14 laps on mediums, 18 laps on hards. Basically, stupid, because you're not going to do that. You're going to go softs to mediums, or mediums to softs. I think the mediums can do 21 laps, and the softs can do 11. It'll be perfect. Or the other way around. Switcheroo.
Awesome. Well, that's certainly good. Unusual for us to be able to see that kind of detail.
I know. I nearly did something very stupid. Again. I nearly started the race. I would have gotten a 5 second penalty.
Wow, yeah, if you would have readied up early, wow, that would have been just an exit, frankly, for you, I think.
Yeah, I think I would have been fired, and rightfully so.
Well, it's now is a good time as any for everyone in our live chat to put forth their 3 podium predictions, and of course, lots of kudos paid out if you get it ready and get it correct. Obviously, you only get the 3 attempts, 3 names. Simply 90 says at least 15 seconds penalty about himself. So,
ooh.
Of course, he has a certain amount of control over that prediction, and the ready up command has been given.
Ren's such a legend. Steal the Mercedes mechanics, kidnap them if you need to. It's your only chance. I absolutely agree. They do need to get their act together, don't they? Not that I could do any better, but, I'll say I can. It's the formation lap. I have to do the formation lap. X to engage the clutch. Reach R2 to optimal RPM. Ooh, the controller is vibrating. And then release X. What a start.
Join Lightning on board and see how he fares here. He's building the speed. Hopefully he's not going to get himself disqualified early on. Yeah, Lightning normally races with a wheel and has never used a controller, apparently. Burmeister at the back of the grid, the lone Ferrari. Matty in 14th has chosen mediums, along with Speed Queen and Luke Bailey. Everybody else on soft tyres going for a soft-medium run. And then we've got the Williams pair together, 9th and 10th. We've got, Reshka. Then Ghost and Jeffrey, 6th and 8th in the Aston Martin. Whale.
Oh no, I'm in the wall.
Much further up than his teammate Simply. And then Yella, who should be in a Mercedes, but is temporarily in a Red Bull.
Oh, I've been disqualified.
He's up there. Simon's saying that the hard tyres are good round here.
They're not.
And then we've got Craig right up there in 4th, Livingwall in 3rd, Max in 2nd, and Max is leading the championship by 18 points with 4 races to go, including this one. But Helm has had the pace this season when he's been present in the races, when he's woken up early enough in Brazil for the race as well. But yeah, we shall be underway for you very soon.
It's not 5 o'clock this time, is it?
No, as Whale and Jeffrey Stinson get disqualified as well as Lightning. So you've got good company there. But we'll expect Lightning will be struggling with his car for the first lap, so we'll have to make do with just my commentary for the start of the race. And a quick thank you to our sponsors, Grid Rival, Nail Cut Hall, and our partners, gridfinder.com and Driver 61. This is round 11 of the Invictus Racing League F1 season, and I'm trying to find you a good angle as we get the 5 lights on. And it's away they go from the front. Helm with a good start. Livingwall getting past Max, as is Craig. Yella getting past Max as well. We've got, is that Max out of the race? Max has been harpooned out of the race thanks to Craig's sideways action at the start as well. And that is massive, massive deal for the championship. But Jeffrey Stinson has overtaken Helm at the front. We've had a safety car announced. It's Jeffrey who's now... Oh, I think there's a timing glitch. My apologies. Helm leads away. Jeffrey and Livingwall, your top 3. Then Taking L's Whale, Ghost, and Yella. Speed Queen in 8th. Luke Bailey in 9th. Reshka got to 10th. Burr all the way up to 11th. Then Simply 90 and Matty. Krieger's has left the session. Max is out. Massive for the championship. So Helm could effectively take charge of this championship already. Lightning will be peeling off into the pits shortly.
I'm ahead of the championship leader. I told you I was amazing. Look at this. Into mineral water. Here I go. Oh no. Oh, they're going to be happy with that. I broke the 50-meter board. Okay.
I think there are certain things you should not be saying at the moment, and the damage you're doing to the trackside hoardings is one of them.
What a performance.
Let's have a quick look at the way that the positions have changed so far. Jeffrey's gone into the pits from his second place in the Aston Martin. So we'll expect a Lightning retirement around about now. Well, he's got a 3-second time penalty as well. And he's struggling with Ravazza. Helm taking L's and Whale taking L's has made up 8 places from the start of this race. We've got Speed Queen and Luke Bailey up 7 each. Speed Queen needs to do a job for her teammate here and win this race, taking points off Helm if she can. That's going to be the instruction for Max. I mean, I may have been unkind about Craig and Max, but that's the way I saw it after the first glance. Perhaps, Lightning, you might be able to catch a view, or maybe our audience will have the ability to have a review. It will depend on whether I was able to capture any of it on screen while I was looking at the battle for the lead. But shocking to see Max out of this one.
Oh, Simon Palmer, what a legend. Let Lightning lead a lap. I agree, mate. I agree.
So bad starts for Jeffrey, Livingwall, Ghost and Yella. Nightmare starts for Craig and Max. And we only have 13 races left with 30 laps to go.
Should I get
Wales
Max
says
in
he's
the,
got a point of
chat?
view of it as well. So if someone can find Wales' current stream, they can go back and see what happened. Yella is not happy, saying someone cut him off. But that's our safety car, and we're waiting for it. Crazy start. And Yella is blaming Max, I see. Massive oversteer, underbody damage, side pod both sides. Wow. Okay. Max was going backwards. He had a poor start before the contact, but he was trying to recover. The last I saw him around 5th, and then obviously off into the gravel due to whatever happened. We're hoping to hear from Max. Lightning's doing his best to get hold of our championship leader while he's still the championship leader, I should say. But hopefully the safety car will be over shortly.
On board with Yella, his damage is horrific. His car is undrivable. Absolutely undrivable. Wow. Oversteering all over the place. Also, what was I going to say? Yeah, taking L's apparently has overtaken Whale in a safety car, so Whale is rightfully in P2.
Huh.
Interesting.
Okay.
He can give back the position if he goes off track and lets Well go by.
That's true. Whether taking L's agrees and would rather fight it out in the steward's room later is another question.
Probably would, because that'd be a 5-second penalty.
Yeah. Might do him well to get that. What does Rens want to say? I'm not sure. You have to type more than just my name if you want to communicate what you want to say. Hopefully we'll be underway racing very shortly. Safety car will come in at the end of this lap. He says that Simply does not have a penalty yet, so Will Pace is on effectively. Well, join us from the back of the grid, if you will, Lightning, for the restart. I'll be around P3 or 4 to see Whale and Speed Queen. Speed Queen with all the work to do for Alpine here and try to help her teammate in the championship. Helm waits for this moment now to go. Taking L's caught slightly off guard. Whale has a good run. Taking L's taking the middle of the track at the moment. Does that open up the opportunity to Speed Queen? Not quite. Whale with elbows out tries to go through and successfully makes the overtake stick. Up to second place for Whale, and Speed Queen's got Luke Bailey right behind her.
Jeffrey's all over the back of DTX Matty here, seriously pushing him through the corners. So much more pace. I think he's going to go for it. Around the outside. Oh, contact. Yellow goes wide because of his damage. And he spins into the path of Jeffrey. Thankfully, they both stay on track. There might be some damage from Jeffrey, though.
Incredible. Now Reshka right up behind Luke Bailey, who I think has been held up a bit through the middle sector. So Luke trying to get back onto racing pace, and he's got the Ferrari sneaking up the inside of Burmeister, going for 6th place. Burmeister, what a legend in this race so far, trying to navigate the Variante Alta and completes the move on the exit of Variante Alta, just about keeping one wheel on the track. And now Reshka looking behind at Livingwall, who's got tremendous braking power down into Ravazza, almost pushing Reshka around the corner. That will be an easy way to cause damage to your front wing. And it's Helm, Whale taking L Speed Queen at your top 4 on lap 5.
Seriously impressive from Burmeister, from P15 to P6. That's,
tremendous. Yeah, really good from Burt. He's obviously got a lot of pace on those soft tyres, but Speed Queen and Luke Bailey on the mediums. And obviously Speed Queen managed to set her fastest time on the medium tyre. She's in a good place, top medium runner, only about 3 or 4 seconds away from the leader at the moment,
Yellow
who
going
has
up
got
the inside.
Gap. Let's see,
Yellow.
Yellow. Wow, it's getting very busy at the foot of the field there. So Yellow, perhaps the damage mitigating against the lack of helmet on Yellow's car. It does seem to affect, you know, when drivers show up late in the lobby, it does seem to affect that.
Yeah.
For me, I do seem to find that Lakecombe has missed the helmet, so
yeah, it's a
hopefully
punishment.
they're taking some sort of aero penalty for that as a result. Livingwall in 7th place now, chasing down but Luke Bailey looking very, very aggressive on the back of Speed Queen. Will he be able to get past? I would imagine we're going to get DRS right about now, and we do from race control. So DRS enabled for the next time they find a DRS release button marker board. Activation is the word I'm looking for. But Helm is 1.7 seconds ahead. Is 1.6 seconds ahead of Taking L's. Speed Queen 2 seconds back, and then Luke Bailey, Burmeister, Living Wall, Reshka, Simply 90, Ghost, Matty, Yeller and Jeffrey all in a line behind the medium shod Speed Queen.
Looking at the fastest laps, Jeremy is incredibly quick, and Jeffrey with a 120.5 as his fastest, and Jan with a 117.6. Just shows what happens when you're stuck in traffic.
Yeah, definitely. Helm usually having amazing tyre saving ability. I'm sure we'll be going for a Grand Slam here. What have you seen?
Yeller spins in mineral water. It's a bit wet, you see.
Yes.
It was in qualifying, at least.
At least it's not sparkling.
Might be. Ooh, taking L's for the first penalty.
Well, who had taking L's as their...
Taking the first penalty.
Yeah. And Reshka gets one now on the exit of Ravazza. Let's see if Luke Bailey, with the first DRS profit situation on the grid, can he make a move here on Speed Queen, who's got a good gap and is presumably using some ERS. She's also got the benefit of the fact that Luke Bailey is on medium tyres behind, and this could be a DRS train that runs and runs.
Certainly could. Jeffrey has so much pace compared to Matty, but he just can't get past because of the DRS train. It's really frustrating for him. 8% battery for Matty, 80 for Jeffrey, but he still can't get through.
Burmeister looking on the back of Living Wall here. Living Wall going a little bit defensive through Piratella. I don't know if this is a private joke between yourself and AJ that he's left in the chat. I don't quite follow, but AJ's here. Oh, welcome to AJ.
Find out. Welcome to AJ. No, get out. Kiki.
These are frenemies. Lightning and AJ. He doesn't speak to all of our audience like this. Honest.
No. Just him. Bloody Kiki AO. It's a joke between Max Verstappen and Max has joined the party.
Well, he has.
How are you? Well, that's a stupid question, isn't it? You're out. Oh. You can't hear me.
Max, we're just getting some background noise at the moment, but Luke Bailey trying to make a good defence on Living Wall. Living Wall's going to try into Villeneuve. That's an unusual place, and wow, what a great move from Luke Bailey. That would make Villeneuve proud himself. So tremendous work in the Red Bull, up to P5 again. Max, if you can talk to us, we'd love to hear your view on the accident.
Yeah. Well, first I have to learn how to start a race. My start was terrible. So I was right in the middle. Everybody was passing me on the right, on the left. And there was Gilly on the left, I think. Chris on the right. And I think Chris went a bit on the left. And I had absolutely nowhere to go. And it was, crash. You can imagine how disappointed I am. Just absolutely gutted really. But I cannot be lucky all the time, so I needed at least one retirement this season. But yeah, it's a shame really. It's a shame for the championship.
Well,
let me just see, as Living Wall finally gets past just your teammate Max. Living Wall gets around the outside of Speed Queen. We were hoping maybe Speed Queen would be able to do you some favours today and get up and do some battles with Helm.
Well, yeah, we for now I think we need to hope for a miracle for the rest of the championship. I needed to save some points to the maximum, and but yeah, in order to win a championship, I need to be a complete driver, and I need to know how to take a good start, and it's not the case for now. So it's only what I deserved on this race. I've been cheated from the start. Sorry for the bad language, but it's life, you know. So let's move on.
Here comes Burmeister up to 6th place. Sorry, Burmeister gets past Luke Bailey beautifully, and another cracking move by Bur into the Variante Alta.
Excuse your French. There you go. That's what you could say. Anyway, Jeffrey and Breshka were side by side up at Variante Alta, I believe.
Well, feel free to stick around, Max, but I can understand if you're very despondent and would rather not. But hopefully that's all your bad luck out the way, and you can have a good final 3 races of the championship and really take it to Helm. Burmeister and Speed Queen. Burmeister getting past Speed Queen on those soft tyres, and Speed Queen, unfortunately, at the moment, Max, going backwards.
Yeah, I will drink a big glass of red wine for now. So. Bye, guys. Have a nice
Bye-bye, Max. Talk to you soon. Well, what a shame for Max, and very, very sporting of him, as usual, to join us, Lightning, and let us know.
To be fair to him, that's the first mistake he's made the entire season. Yeah. He hasn't been outside the top 4 all season long. So, you know, he can take solace in that, and hopefully bring the fight to Helm next race.
And he can just sit there with his fingers crossed, hoping that Helm has some sort of issue tonight, takes himself out or trips over a back marker. It is a busy track. It's a difficult one. I think we're expecting dry conditions to the end, but it's not a track you can really just chill out on, is it?
No, it certainly is. Go on board with Jeffrey. It's fantastic battle here. Just non-stop battling through this train. Speed Queen, Luke Bailey, Burmeister and Simply 90 side by side through Avatsa 2.
Burr slow.
In the slipstream 3 wide.
What has happened to Burr there?
3 wide?
Simply 90.
No,
wheel to wheel. Oh, doesn't quite leave a car's width on the inside. Whoa, Simply 90 swings to the inside. What a move on Speed Queen. Simply 90 almost boxed into making a move and made it stick. Incredible stuff.
How was there not a crash? Wow. I think it was 2 by 2 by 2.
Not a crash and not a penalty from Simply 90
and
so far.
Up the inside goes Jeffrey.
There he goes. Exactly. Burmeister has gone from 6th place down to 9th now, under pressure to lose back down to 10th as well. And yeah, this is the tipping point for those soft tyres. It's about that 1/3 distance. Jeffrey easily passed, wasn't it?
Yeah, Burmeister's on 11 lap old softs, and that's when you should really get off them.
Yeah.
Jeffrey's on much fresher medium, 7 laps old or 8 laps old.
And his Ghost about to get past Burr. Burr is really, really struggling. He's obviously been making up places, but that has come at the cost of some tyre deg through this first stint for him. He's going to have to get out there and put the medium tyres on. As down the inside tries the Alpha Tauri of Matty, but Ghost managed to turn in. It's taking L's in the pits. Will it be Burr? Why is Burr staying out, Lightning?
I don't know.
After a lap like he's just had.
That is crazy.
So what else have we got going on? We've got Simply 90 now up to P4.
Simply 90 and P4 and no penalty.
Yeah.
What a legend. Living
certainly going very
P3
well.
After having done a stop as well. So he's going to have a mega advantage at the end of the race.
It will be quite the undercut. How has he managed that? How has he managed to get up to P3?
He pit under safety car.
Ah, true. Yeah. So.
Yellow flag. I think yellow's out or is spun again because of his incredible damage.
Let's go and have a look at yellow.
I don't know how he's still racing in that car. I really don't.
Well,
yeah.
He's not doing a great job at the moment of holding on. Reshka had a spin as well, down to 11th. That was another double wave yellow. That's a full course yellow temporarily. Back under racing speed. Into the pits comes your leader, Helm, some 5 seconds ahead of Whale. Whale goes past the start-finish line, and so does Livingwall. Simply 90, will it be the end of lap 11 for Simply 90 that he comes in? No, I just don't understand. What about Burr? Burr not coming in again.
Oh wow, why isn't he pitting?
So now Helm is going to have some issues here. He's going to join down as low as 10th place. After that safety car brought the field back together again, despite that 5-second lead over the second place driver, he's down in 10th place.
This is actually good for Jam here. As long as there's no safety car in the next 5 laps, he's going to get such an undercut. It's going to be crazy. He's going to gain like 4 to 5 seconds if Wales stays out.
Reshka in the pits after his spin as well. Hard tyres going on Reshka's car. Is that a mistake, Lightning?
Personally, I think so, but it is personal preference to each driver. I think that mediums and softs are the way to go around here, absolutely.
Another place lost by Burr, but he recovers it back again against Ghost. Ghost not being quite as decisive, but Burr making it a huge error through Aqua Minerale, and Ghost spins. Ghost, after contact with Burr, spins off the circuit. He's stuck on the grass at the moment, needs to move the car ever so slightly to avoid getting disqualified for stopping and back. And that makes that's 1 down for Helm already on his outlap.
Ghost was ghosted anyway. He shouldn't have moved because that could have caused a safety car, which would have helped him out.
Into the pits comes Burt, and hoping to try and get, I think, to an 18-lap stint for his next run. I would have thought, though, that the mediums can usually do about twice the length of the softs, so it does seem like we've held on to those softs quite a long time. It is only worth it if you're going to use the mediums, and that is exactly what Burmeister has done. So it is now, at the moment, with the cars having not stopped yet, Whale, Living Wall and Simply 90 as Ghost is retired. I think in the pits has a yes. So obviously picked up some damage in that little spin onto the grass at the one of the highest points of the circuit. Then we've got Jeffrey, Luke Bailey, Speed Queen, Matty, Helm, having pitted the first of the pitters, Helm from the lead, taking L's in 9th, Burmeister in 10th. Possibly on for a net 3rd there, Burmeister at the moment, but he's got quite a big gap between Helm and taking L's for the rest of the drivers to slot into. And Ghost has joined us to talk his way through the end of his race. Just to mention Ghost's teammate there, Jeffrey, chasing down Simply 90, whose tyres are well past their best. As Simply 90's teammate, Whale, is in the pits. Hopefully that won't cause a double stacking situation for the Haas driver, who decides to go on past the pit lane. Jeffrey's going to have to get this done on the DRS, and as I say, Ghost joins us to explain what went on.
That was just awful. Every part of the day was awful. Awful qualifying, and then the race, the start sort of, I gained quite well, and I made an awful decision, which I realised as soon as I came into the pits. And then I was at the back, and then I just wasn't making any progress because people were making moves in places they really shouldn't have been making moves, and it was just... people weren't being very patient, so I just wasn't having a good time. And then the spin, I just thought, I hate this race. I'm gonna try.
Well, at least you managed to hold it together enough to get yourself into the pits. Go ahead, Lightning.
You wouldn't recommend pitting under safety car then?
I wouldn't recommend pitting under safety car, no. I think it's other than Living Wall, because he managed to carve his way through, because there were some lucky moves and also some really good moves that I saw from him, so fair enough to him. But if you can't make it through, then it's a terrible decision to do.
I mean, I see your point. I was on board with Jeffrey, your teammate, and he was so unlucky with every battle, like side by side, got pushed off, got a penalty, and kept getting slowed down. I think he lost so many so much time.
Making a move on Luke Bailey successfully, as Helm just behind makes a move on Matty, both with DRS getting past. So Helm up to 5th with 4 places left to overtake, and they've all not pitted either. Sorry, can carry on the conversation, just need to keep everyone informed. Simply 90 did pit and is rejoining down in 9th, possibly 10th, if Burmeister can catch pretty quickly. Go ahead.
Well, Jaum is now stuck behind Luke Bailey, so you can see what happens here. This is critical for Living Wall's race, because he is yet to pit for the softs. Surely he'll have to do.
Yeah, well, Helm is right on the back of the McLaren, who is not letting Speed Queen. There we go. Helm getting through on the way into Variante Alta. I thought for a moment, given the camera angle, that Luke Bailey had decided to let him go. Maybe he did. I don't know if either of you two have got a view on that.
I don't know. I think he just got a really fantastic exit off of Mineral Water and managed to sling up the inside. I didn't think Luke Bailey made it very difficult. Just an easy move. So this
Speed Queen is D-racing, and Helm with the DRS on top is breezing past here. Simply 90. I'm going to give him driver of the day if he gets through this without a penalty. There, I've said it.
That is fair enough. You watch him get a penalty now.
I'd say quite a lot of the drivers who have penalties got them from being pushed wide in unnecessary battles in that first stint.
Yeah.
I know Reshka isn't one of them, because Reshka has been really taking the mickey with some of these track limit certainly on corner exits so far. So I think some of Reshka's are certainly justified, but it's a fair point, absolutely. Jeffrey has got 6 seconds of penalties, second to Livingwall at the moment on track. Those drivers will be a little while before the pits. How were the tyre wear working out, Ghost? We're seeing a bit of a mixture of people stretching and some coming in a lot earlier than planned.
The tyre wear's really nice around here. The hards are... I switched to hards because the hards are good around here, but it was just the wrong call at the time because I got stuck in that complete carnage that was happening in the grid. But the hards are good around here. The mediums you can stretch quite a way, so tyre wear's nice. I don't think you should really be too concerned with anyone's tyre wear except when they drop off in performance. But no one's going to sort of fall off the cliff, I don't think.
Okay.
Do you think that
here comes Matty, on Luke Bailey. A DRS pass, but it is a pass. Well, the DRS was earned in the turns before that. So Matty up to P5 at the moment, having pitted himself. I think Matty must have pitted under that safety car on lap 4. Go ahead, Lightning.
Do you think with 15 laps to go, Livingwall and Jeffrey have to pit again, or can those mediums make it 30 laps?
If they make it to the end, it's quite frankly a miracle. They're going to have to pit again.
They're going to have to pit.
The hards, like on 30 laps, the hards, you're going to be struggling by the end. The mediums, I mean, if they make it, then fair enough, but I can't see it happening.
Fair enough. Okay, so Livingwall will have to pit again, so he'll be sent into, what, 7th place behind Whale?
But it does sound like he's got a good flexible window to make that work. He could pit now, between now and the end of the race, he could pit and go put softs on. Speed Queen pits for her first stop, I think that is, into the pits now, so I think soft tyres will be the order of the day for Speed Queen. A little bit of a stretch, but of course what I was trying to say was Livingwall and Jeffrey Stinson can wait for a safety car a la George Russell at the weekend.
That's a very good point. They could go long, see if there's another incident. Very easy to have crashes in the midfield, as we've seen earlier on in the race.
So Speed Queen dropping down. She's going to drop behind Burmeister now, who will be good to the end of the race as well. But Speed Queen should be quick now on the soft tyres, the only soft runner at this stage of the race. Livingwall and Jeffrey trying to hold on for a good opportunity to pit from Helm, who is closing very, very quickly on the back of Jeffrey. I almost forgot to look at Helm because he was 1.4 seconds behind about 30 seconds ago, and here he is, less than 1/10 of a second behind Jeffrey. Jeffrey makes him go, it gives him the opening to Ravazza, but it's difficult to make a move down there, Ghost.
Yeah, and also just unnecessary, because it's just going to lose both cars so much time. It's unless you have clear advantage in speeds from the exit of the previous corner, it's just going to lose both cars so much time. It's better to overtake the turn.
Yeah, absolutely. Better to be patient and wait for the push to pass button. Hopefully that won't be with us for very much longer, but Helm gets the job done, up to P2 again, 8.3 seconds off the leader Livingwall. So even if Livingwall does catch a lucky pit stop, I think that Helm would still get him by rights. So I do think Helm is still on track to win this race, all things considered. Of course, I think the only person who's likely to stop Helm tonight is Helm himself, by losing focus, being so far in front of the rest of the grid. And Ghost, what's everyone in F1 going to do to halt the progress of Helm?
Drive faster. I think just wait for a mistake, wait for something to happen if he makes a wrong strategy call, which, I mean, I haven't been here very long, but I have seen him make some dodgy strategy calls. It takes one to know one. I've made some terrible ones this season as well, but yeah, if you can get the right strategy, then you can beat faster drivers.
I think it's either that or just if we all agree to change the clocks again mid-season. I think if we regularly change the clocks, that'll catch out Helm. But yeah, he's by no means is he infallible, but his pace is pretty frightening.
Yeah. Unless you guys want me to stay, I don't want to intrude for too long. So
you're very welcome. It's always good to have a driver's eye view on it, but if you've got places to be, pillows to scream in, go ahead. But it's very sporting of you. Speed Queen gets past Burmeister down the start-finish straight and gets that place back on those soft tyres, and he's starting to unlock some speed now, Lightning.
You could share a glass of red wine with Max. Drown your sorrows, I guess.
Yeah, I'll be watching on in chat. But
what's your drink of choice? Your commiseratory drink of choice?
Probably a glass of apple juice.
Oh, okay. Rock on. Wow. Rock on, Ghost.
I don't drink, so
see you later.
Yeah. Yes, you do, and it's apple juice.
It may look like apple juice, but
yeah.
Living Wall is pitted from P1, sorry. So he didn't manage to make those tyres work to have a very strong window, or maybe he just thinks the chance of a safety car is decreasing. Whale then back up to P3. Pitted to the end. Everybody should be pitted to the end now, Lightning, and Jeffrey will be in trouble with those penalties. 9 seconds. Whale is already in the window, and Jeffrey, his tyres are only going to make him go slower at this point.
Yeah, those tyres are pretty much cooked.
Fastest lap from Speed Queen, sorry. There we go, 17-0.
Wow. Very nice. Very good. Living Wall, P4, 20 seconds is the gap. Can he close in to Jaum? That is the question. On
the soft tyres, it's possible, but Helm usually has super soft speed, doesn't he?
So. Certainly does. But Jeffrey with a penalty, he's going to have to pit. Where's he going to end up? P5? Would he be ahead or behind of taking L's?
Difficult to say. Let me look at gap to leader. Certainly, after pit stop, he'll be around taking L's position, but taking L's himself has got penalties of 3 seconds. So it will be nip and tuck between, I think, Jeffrey and simply 90 for 5th or 6th place by the time the penalties are taken into account. But we still have 9 laps to go of this Imola Grand Prix. This is round 11 of the championship, so 3 further races to go. Am I right, or 4? 3. 3, yeah.
Yes. I think it's...
Season. Look, Gam88 joins us an hour into the stream and says, come on, Speed Queen 80. Well, actually, this time he's changed it. So, Gam... possibly trying to trick us into believing he's human and not a bot. Speed Queen gets past Simply 90 as well on those soft tyres. So Simply driving well, but can't really compete on that different compound. Simply 90 just needs to stay with Speed Queen now and make use of that DRS as long as possible.
I just saw a picture of Yella's damage.
Oh, sorry, we've got Luke Bailey off track on the exit of Villeneuve chicane. That lets Reschke by, and Luke Bailey on brand new softs. That's not going according to plan.
So Yella's damage, he's got a dark yellow rear wing and dark orange side pods, and wow.
Oh yes, I see now in the driver chat. Yes, exactly. Heavily damaged vehicle, and yeah, the fact that he's running is to be commended. There you go. Gam88 definitely is human. He's managed to make a comment different
debatable.
there. You think? Okay, Gam88, you've still got work to do to prove you're a human. So we'll see what he comes up with next. So Helm, Jeffrey, and Whale, the top drivers at the moment. That probably means a Helm, Whale, Living Wall podium. Did anybody predict that in the live chat? I'm sure they'll speak up now if they did, but I don't think so. I think people would have likely been saying Max in there, but let's see. Lap 24, Helm leads from Jeffrey, from Whale and Living Wall. Taking L's, Speed Queen, Simply 90 and Burmeister. Oh, it's Jeffrey.
He's binned it at Aqua Mineral... Oh, no, mineral water.
So Jeffrey, he's got a huge penalty to pay. He's on old mediums, and he's going to have to put a pit stop in there as well. So Whale gets past. He only did that, Lightning, because I was reading the standings, I think.
Ah, well, I was just reading the standings, and there are apparently 4 races to go, so we've been lied to. We've been bamboozled.
Oh, is it a 16-race championship? Whoops.
Ah. France, China.
Oh, Luke Bailey spins on the way out of Aqua Minerale. Spins round. I was just watching the battle for 9th between Reshka, Luke and Matty, and Luke has just exited stage right.
Mineral Water has claimed 4 victims this race. 4.
Yeah.
This is why you should never drink water.
Okay, that's some strange reasoning there, but facts are facts, as they say.
Yeah, and this is the best place to hear the facts. Come back next time.
I've just selected completely wrong thing. Right, Matty has DRS on the back of the Williams driver. Reshka gets past under DRS and successfully into Traguardo. Goes to seeing Whale with a chance of winning the race, knowing he was right behind him on lap 1 is really painful. And Rent says Whale, the way he's driving, is going to pick up a penalty. I wonder why is that? Why that is? Is that just hyper aggressive? Should we go on board and see what Rent's is talking about? 91 comments already. The battle to see what who gets the 100th comment is on right now.
Excuse me.
AJ, I think will be challenging for that one. So Whale without penalty, so is Living Wall and Helm. Speed Queen, Simply 90, Burmeister, and Matty. I'm not sure about Luke Bailey because he's in pits right now. And AJ's saying interesting strategy, Lightning. So
interesting tactics, actually.
Lightning beat the championship leader and Craig
I know.
on this race. Has to be said.
And that's on the hard tyres, apparently.
I'm not seeing anything from Whale at the moment. I'm sure you're furiously watching the live chat so you get the 100th comment, Lightning, but I'm not seeing anything from Rents. Perhaps Rents could let us know what he means by Whale. Did he look a bit ragged, perhaps? Living Wall, 4.6 seconds off the back. I think it's on for a second place finish for Living Wall here. Speed Queen has a 3-second gap to Taking L's and then further 11 to Jeffrey, but with penalties on those drivers. Could actually be within range here of a 4th place finish, Speed Queen. All things taken into account at the end of this race. Lap 26 now. We've got 6 laps to go. And I think it was AJ that got the 100th one, I'm afraid, Lightning. It's not going your way tonight, is it?
Never is it? Other than beating the championship leader.
Yes. Max has posted his crash video clip in the live chat. I'm not going to watch it myself, but maybe Lightning, you can give us a view. We know he was swamped at the start with a poor getaway.
I can successfully determine that he binned it.
Okay, soft tyres going on Jeffrey at this point. So interesting tactics. I think that was the second set of soft tyres in as many laps, which is slightly odd. Down
Maybe
to
he had
10th
damage.
Goes Jeffrey. Yeah.
I'm going to check if he had a front wing change design.
He had a penalty. He's still got a penalty. So Taking L's. What's his penalty count at the moment? 6 seconds. Speed Queen is only 1.7 behind Taking L's and closing in quickly. We've got a bit of a battle for 7th place on our hands. Matty holding on ahead of Burmeister and Reshka, who is almost alongside Burmeister on the way up the hill to Piratella.
He just pit for softs for some reason. No front wing change.
Luke Bailey, new fastest lap, a 16.4 on, I'm assuming, new soft tyres. Some 40 seconds off the points. In 11th place is Luke. But so it's not super obvious why he's gone for the fastest lap.
For fun.
Well, yeah.
I guess.
Bragging rights, I guess, as well. Reshka 4/10 now off Burmeister, who is losing out to Matty. He's got a good run at the moment. Reshka and Jeffrey both have penalties, 9 seconds apiece. Simply 90, I think he's on for it. 4 laps to go, and I think Simply 90 might do this. So Reshka on Burmeister, up the inside. Burmeister holds on around the outside and masterfully hangs on despite derating in the middle of Tamburello. And he holds on yet again. Reshka launches one, no, not quite, into there. And AJ asking, can Livingwall get Whale on fresh softs? Well, there's 3 seconds of a gap and just 3.5 laps to go. So it's a big ask for Livingwall. He can put the pressure on and hope he forces a mistake. Let's see what happens. I will perhaps watch that replay at the end of the race, but we've obviously already very graciously heard from Max and from Ghost. So remember to stay tuned at the end of the race, and we'll try and get you some podium interviews. Here comes Jeffrey, perhaps making a very speculative move into Piratella. Very different line for Jeffrey, but it's the brand new soft tyres, easily getting past Reshka there. Helm still has the lead now by 14.2 seconds from Livingwall and Taking L's. Speed Queen just 6/10 behind Taking L's, and we'll be hoping to try and get the job done with DRS easily. It won't be this lap. She's already in the braking zone, and Taking L's 6 seconds of penalties and derating down the straight. Jeffrey gets Burr as well with that DRS, so it's all working out for Jeffrey at the moment as he climbs back up the grid. But I think Speed Queen might be right on the gearbox of Taking L's.
What a crash. That was beautiful. Sorry, just watching the crash with Max. Yeah, that was stunning. It was the slightest movement on his wheel. Turning left and then turning right, and then he had no control over it. But it was ever so slight, just by a couple of degrees, that caused
I think he said
pile up, I guess.
Who did he say? Was it Craig? He said left him nowhere to go. Would you agree?
Well, Craig got hit on the rear left, so he was well ahead. But going 3 wide there, it doesn't give much room.
No.
Livingwall was not Livingwall. Yellow was completely squeezed to the left-hand side, as I see him get lapped by Whale.
Speed Queen gets past this time on the DRS, and so she is now up to P4 by rights, and I imagine that's about where she's likely to finish this race for Alpine. Burmeister and Reshka continue to battle. Reshka gets past Burmeister this time. Anybody's guess, really, who wins out on the road between those drivers. We've got several groups of drivers together on track here, but some of them are flattering to deceive, not exactly there by rights. Helm 14 seconds ahead of Whale, who is only 1.2 seconds ahead of Livingwall now. It is on Lightning for this one. We're on the penultimate lap for the leader at least, so Livingwall will perhaps have one opportunity next time down the start-finish straight, I would imagine, for Livingwall.
He was so close to DRS there, only half a tenth away. He'll have a bit of slipstream, but he's going to have to really push this lap. He's got 4% ARS, Whale has 25. So yeah, everybody's running low on everything, basically.
He's got a pit stop. He's got a pit stop for Yellow at the moment.
Yep,
I think we might have.
He's going to retire.
It's a very odd time to take a pit stop, but here comes Jeffrey going past Reshka, and then I'll join the battle for second place. It's under a second now. So it could be the next trip down the start-finish straight, as long as Livingwall doesn't Leclerc it through the Variante Alta on this lap. It could be on, as rightly predicted by AJ. He called that one quite early on. Rents is joining the prediction party for Livingwall and Whale, but a bit late to the party there. Yeah, I was going to say. So Helm is about to start his final lap. He's lapped P11, Luke Bailey, but we've only got 12 runners in the race, so it's we've had one safety car. We won't have any more. Livingwall 0.4 of a second behind Whale. How hard does Whale fight this one to try and get himself a second place finish? I'm not sure Livingwall has quite got the overspeed to make it work before the braking zone, is forced around the outside, tries to make the move, can't get it done. He's right there. Whale is derating. And has Livingwall got anything left to battle with? No, he's under 10% as well, Lightning. I'm not sure he's got the opportunity now.
He's got one last chance to send it, maybe at Variante Alta or even the first Ravazza.
Wow.
That's his last chance.
Could be.
Can he be close through mineral water? Got to get Ace Piratella here. Down the hill. Got to get as close as possible without touching him, of course. Bit wide through there, not going to help. Whale pulls away.
We're going to have
one more chance now.
We're going to have to cut to Helm shortly. He's coming out of Ravazza too.
Oh, and he's got a penalty.
Yet again, Helm wins in Invictus Racing League F1 division. Takes the win in Imola and takes the lead of the championship as well. Has Livingwall been able to get on terms with Whale? Not quite. He's right up the gearbox. He can't make it work. He's got DRS. Whale is moving across the track, and it's a super close finish. How close was that in the end? I'm reading 3.80 seconds. It definitely wasn't that. It was a penalty in the end. So he lost that one out on the road by 0.8081. Speed Queen coming round the last Ravazza for a 4th place finish. Unfortunately misses the podium once again. Speed Queen unfortunate, down in 4th place, and a bad night for Alpine overall. We got Matty gets 5th, a great result for Matty overall. I'm not quite sure what happened to Simply 90 at the end of that race, Lightning. Did he pit towards the end?
I think he just bottled it at the end, poor guy.
But he did finish the race without a penalty, and I did say it. I did say it, didn't I? I did say driver of the day. Matty gets the official driver of the day for a strong climb through the grid. I don't know what your view on that one is, Lightning.
I think I should have gotten it.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
You know it.
Well, I'll give you co-commentator of the day.
Okay, so you won't give it to Ghosts and Max.
Exactly, yeah.
They probably deserved it more, though.
Helm takes the champagne and the trophy. Yet again, another win for Helm, and this could be the major turning point of the season for Helm. He's been chasing the title through this season. He's been not always on it, showing up for the races. But Lightning, you can take us through the final standings, if you will.
I need to do some quick maths. It's saying please wait. I currently have a black screen.
Okay, well, it's Helm.
Okay, here we go.
Do this. Go ahead.
I've got it. Here we go. So, Helm P1 for Mercedes, starting first, finishing first. What a legend. P2 is Whale for the Haas team. Good result for them. Livingwall in the Red Bull. I think that's... No, he won the first round, I think. So, yeah, P3 for Red Bull. Back on the podium. Good night for them. Speed Queen P4 for the Alpine team. Pretty bad day for the Alpine team, but Speed Queen managing to recover well from P11. DTX Matty, driver of the day, P5, starting P14. Good result for him. Taking L's in the Williams, P10, started P10, finishing P6. Burmeister in the Ferrari, P7, so more points for him, equaling his best result of 7th in Japan, I believe. Jeffrey in the Aston Martin, P8, simply 90 with absolutely no penalties, starting 13th, finishing 9th. Was up in P6 for most of the race. Reshka P10 finishing out the points. Luke Bailey, TTG Yeller, who had immense damage, so I don't even know how he managed to finish the race. Ghost DNFing, followed by Lightning, who is ahead of the championship leader Max, and Craig. Bear in mind, he is ahead of the championship leader. He did get a penalty on lap 1, so I get that prize as well. First penalty.
That's true. I'm gonna stick with Simply 90 as my driver of the day. I don't know about you, Lightning. We'll try and get our podium into the chat. I do think Max was pretty much swamped and squeezed. He didn't even make turn 1, did he? And I do tend to agree. My second view of that incident, that he had nowhere to go. Very, very unfortunate, but hopefully for our championship leader, that is the bad luck out of the way. As our podium of Helm, Whale and Livingwall make their way to the press conference and are checking their broadcast and party audio settings are set to share. Once again, sometimes it drops out. I would just say a quick thank you to our sponsors. They are Grid Rival and Nail Cut Hall. and our partners are gridfinder.com and Driver61. We're very grateful for their support. But hopefully, I did see Halm arrive in the live chat. So make sure if you're following us still on the chat, you drop your questions in for our podium sitters. But Halm, congratulations! An easy day at work there today.
Yeah, thank you very much, man. Good evening, everyone. Well, that was not an easy race because this track, we know, it's a tricky track. Very easy to lose the car in almost every corner. Not the, I mean the, how do I call the name of the?
Say it in Portuguese and Lightning will help you.
I mean zebras. I mean the curbs. Yes, I remember. The curbs are a little bit tricky with the yellow parts, but it was a great race. Sorry, not but. Set for Yele, who gave absolutely everything with a broken car. He has a side pod damage, and proud of him because he finished the race. We were hoping for a safety car or something, a crash to give more points to him, but he almost got the fastest lap with the broken car on the end. But it was a pretty boring race again, but really fun to win again on IRL. Yes, I did. But I mean, great race pace, all race. I didn't stop on lap 1 because I would stop to put the hard tire to go to the end, but I think it's gonna be a poor strategy, and hard tire is really poor on this track. So I did absolutely almost perfect. I tried to do the fast lap on the end, but the medium tire was terrible. But at the start I didn't see what happened, but I'll see the video. But I think I don't know who had the fault, but I just watched everything behind me, and I've been scared, but all good to me. I had a good start, and Max had a terrible start, and that's it. I've closed the gap to Max. I don't know if I passed him already, but
pretty sure you have. I'm pretty sure you have
2 points. 2 points, but you're still P2.
Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah, okay. So, yes, of course. It's 18, isn't it? It's 15 for a win. Am I right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And it was a 17-point gap.
Okay. So Halm, you win the race for the 6th time in by race 11. And you've not started 3 of the races, so a tremendous season so far. Can you do it? Can you hang on to this kind of form through the end of the championship?
I hope I can do it. I've practiced like 3 hours without stop before the race, and the practice turns to results. I mean, last race I didn't practice as well than this race, and you see the result. Max won with a bit of advantage, but I mean, practice. If I practice, I can get a good result. I'm not lying. I can get a podium, or if I win, it's gonna be a difficult battle with Max at the end of the championship, and I hope to get both championship, constructors and driver championship, but I hope to continue as that and be consistent and get these maximum points.
Congratulations, Halm. Great to talk to you as always, and it's definitely going to be a very interesting run into the end of the season. So very well driven, and unfortunately you didn't feature heavily in the footage tonight for obvious reasons. Someone who did feature in the footage though is Whale. Whale, I think you've been very patiently waiting for us in the press conference, but how does that feel? That looked like a really impressive race from our seats.
It was quite a good race for me, except for the last lap. It did get quite close with Levy Moore, and my heart was bumping a bit. But it felt like a good race. Felt like I had alright pace. Like compared to Helm, it was nowhere near. But I think, it was definitely unlucky for my teammate Simply 90.
Did you hear what happened to him? Because I'm not. No. He dropped down to 9th, but he put in a very consistent and impressive performance up until the last few laps. We didn't really catch what occurred, but I don't know if you're in a chat with him at all.
I'm not, no. I'll probably message him in a minute.
Cool. Well, good stuff. Are you happy with your strategy out there?
I think I was. I think I
according to plan. Yeah.
Yeah. I extended the softs a bit just so I could have the medium life at the end.
Mm-hmm.
I think it worked just about. If I'd left it another lap, I would have been P3.
Well, Living Wall did two-stop his way to your tail in the end, but yeah, as you say, one more lap. But you know the number of laps before you start the race. It's not Formula E or anything where it could be any number. So you've obviously worked it out. It sounded like Helm is doing 3 hours practice before the race. What's your sort of regime on a Monday evening?
So I usually do about half an hour of time trial just to get quali laps practiced.
Okay.
And then I usually spend about an hour or an hour and a half in the Grand Prix, just practicing on 110 AI, just trying to simulate everyone else.
That's really, really good for everyone to hear as well, that people aren't just waltzing up and getting these results without any kind of practice. The hours that you need to put in to be this level in the F1 division, pretty significant over the lifespan of a game, I would have thought.
Yeah.
Well, it pays off, and a great second place for you today, so congratulations. And Lightning, did we get Living Wall?
Hello, Living Wall. Hello? No, we didn't.
We didn't. Okay, that's a shame. Living Wall, he had plenty to say in the driver chat, so obviously either he's forgotten or doesn't fancy talking in person. But a good podium overall. Did you make a decision, Lightning, on your driver of the day in the end?
Yes, I think you know exactly who it is.
Okay, it's yourself, isn't it?
Yeah, the one and only.
Okay, well, I'm going to stick with Simply 90. Drop your favourite driver in the chat or the description if we end the stream too early. But that was round 11. That was Imola. We head out to, I think it's France next, isn't it?
It certainly is.
I'm hoping
Max's backyard.
I'm hoping to have Max back on his A game in his backyard, as you say, for the next race in the championship. This was the first of a full week worth of racing coverage. So if you subscribe to the channel, you'll already know that that at the same time, same place, all through the week, there is we have lots of racing with F2 tomorrow with just me, no Lightning this time until the end of the season, but a guest, surprise guest, co-commentator tomorrow. Then we'll have F3, PC1 and Realistic Performance all to come on the channel this week. From everyone at Invictus Racing League, from Lightning and myself, and from all of our sponsors, we will catch you on the next race day.